Remember when you were little and you would never sleep with your feet over the edge of the bed because you were afraid the monster under your bed would grab you? Do you remember the fear you used to feel when you looked under your bed at night before you climbed into it? I do. I didn't want to see that scary thing hanging out below me, not once. But what if I told you that there was a monster under your bed? A very real monster that we all have, and it's just happily making a home with us, living its best life right next to us, and we let it. Negativity often feels like a relentless presence in our lives, like a monster lurking under the bed, hidden yet undeniably close. This metaphor captures the insidious nature of negativity. It thrives in the shadows, feeding on our fears and doubts. But how did we become so comfortable coexisting with this monster? Why do we allow its whispers to take root in our minds, shape our thoughts, and control our emotions? And most importantly, how can we banish it for good? Negativity, like the monster under the bed, starts small. Perhaps it begins with a single harsh comment, a moment of failure, or an unkind thought. Over time, these moments accumulate, turning themselves into the script for our inner dialogue. This monster grows stronger because we unconsciously feed it through self-doubt, comparisons, and unresolved pain. Society also plays a role in normalizing this presence. Negative news dominates headlines, critical opinions flood social media, and cultural norms often reward cynicism over optimism. From an early age, we are conditioned to notice flaws and shortcomings, both in ourselves and in others. The monster, once a timid guest, becomes a permanent resident. So why do we tolerate this negativity? One reason is that it feels familiar, maybe even protective. The monster convinces us that by focusing on potential dangers or failures, we are better prepared for life's challenges. It cloaks itself in the guise of realism, whispering that positivity is naive or that expecting the worst will shield us from disappointment. Additionally, negativity often offers a strange sense of validation. Complaining can bond people, and self-deprecating humor can diffuse tension. Over time, this cycle reinforces the idea that negativity is both normal and necessary. Living with a monster under the bed comes at a steep price. Negativity drains our emotional energy, clouds our judgment, and prevents us from fully experiencing joy. It impacts our relationships as constant criticism, whether directed at ourselves or others, and it erodes trust and connection. Perhaps most tragically, it limits our potential by convincing us that we are not worthy or capable of pursuing our dreams. But what if we could turn the tide? What if we stopped feeding the monster and instead nurtured the light within us? By recognizing negativity as a choice, not an inevitability, we can begin to reclaim our mental and emotional well-being. When a bad mood strikes, it can feel overwhelming, as though the monster has wrapped its claws around our hearts. However, even in these moments, we have the power to flip the coin and focus on the positives. Here are some strategies for catching ourselves when negativity takes hold and how to fight back against its grip. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negativity. When we consciously focus on the things we're thankful for, we shift our attention away from what's wrong and toward what's right. Start by listing 3 things you appreciate each day, no matter how small. Over time, this practice can rewire your brain to notice the good in your life more readily. Negativity often thrives on distorted thinking, assumptions, catastrophizing, or having an all-or-nothing mentality. Challenge these thoughts by asking yourself, is this true? Is there another way to interpret this situation? Reframing your perspective can help you see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. The company we keep influences our mindset. Seek out people, environments, and media that uplift and inspire you. Whether it's a supportive friend, an empowering podcast, or a serene outdoor space, surround yourself with sources of light to counteract darkness. Prepare for moments of negativity by building a toolbox of activities that bring you joy or help you feel calm. This could include listening to your favorite music, practicing mindfulness, journaling, or engaging in a hobby. When the monster under the bed starts stirring, reach for a tool that helps you reconnect with your inner peace. Negativity often stems from overextending ourselves or tolerating toxic behavior. Learn to say no when necessary and prioritize your mental health. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's essential for maintaining a positive and balanced life. Imagine a life where the monster under the bed no longer rules your thoughts. By recognizing its presence, understanding its origins, and taking deliberate steps to combat it, you can reclaim your power. Negativity may always try to creep back in, but each time you choose positivity, you weaken its hold. Remember, the monster is not invincible. It thrives on fear and inaction, but it crumbles in the face of self-awareness, gratitude, and hope. By choosing to shine a light on the shadows, you remind yourself and the world that joy, resilience, and love are stronger than any fear. Remember, my friends, you're not defined by the negativity you've endured. The monster under the bed is not your master. It is merely a shadow that you have the power to dispel. Every positive choice, no matter how small, is a step toward freedom. Trust in your ability to overcome and know that brighter days are within your reach. The next time negativity tries to take hold, pause. Take a deep breath. Look around you and within you for the beauty that still exists. You are not alone in this struggle, and you are stronger than you know. The monster under the bed may seem daunting, but it is no match for the light you carry within yourself. Banishing it begins with a single courageous step. Will you take it? My friends, you are the nightlight.